Welcome back to Mini Days. On today's video I'm going to be taking you around with me as I give you some tips, tricks and DIY ideas to get your house ready for spring. So put the kettle on and come with me. One room I'm definitely going to decorate for spring this year is our dining room. I usually don't bother because it's often a bit of a mess. Basically it's a multi-purpose room. This is where the kids do their homework on the family computer area here. Our window still has artificial snow on from Christmas time. And this fire surround I really don't like. I've already pulled off the mouldings. It's got a very narrow shelf on the top, so I can't do much with it. This corner is unused, so I'm going to brighten that up for spring. Our sofa bed for when guests stay, and this room just obviously leads round into our living room. If you're sick of a dark piece of furniture like me, why not paint it? I can't think of a better time of year to brighten up a piece of furniture ready for spring. I'm using my favourite Rust-Oleum chalky finish quick drying paint. It hardly needs any preparation work. Oh, my daughter looks like she's trying to help me clean these windows, so she's going to try and scrub off this artificial snow, but it is actually starting to snow outside, so let's see how long she's there. I think she's finished. Now here's a really useful tip if you've got a narrow fireplace top or mantel shelf. Just put a board of MDF on the top, larger obviously than the original shelf, to create extra depth. Obviously I'll be fastening this down properly and painting it at a later date, but for now I just can't wait to see what it looks like with some of the decorations on. Sometimes what I like to do to create a bit more impact is put a couple of flowers or grasses together in a basket, just to get more of a kind of visual effect. A super inexpensive DIY for Easter is to make an Easter egg tree. So I painted these large plastic eggs last year and this is how they ended up. You can always watch my video to this. I'll leave a link down below. So it was basically a case of painting them and then decorating them, and then I hung them on twig in my hallway. I like to use bunny rabbits to decorate my house pretty much all year round. I bought this little chap online. He was sold as a garden ornament and I covered him in reindeer moss. I'll leave a link below to where you can get that. So I'm polishing up my domes and cloches ready for the display. So sometimes what I do is I'll stand the tall cloche over this tall bunny. Oops. Sometimes I have him on there with a lighter base and background so he stands out, and I'll tie something around his neck. As you can see, the colours I actually have here are the main colours I like to stick to for Easter, which are the natural colours and whites and greens. Sometimes I put this smaller cloche over him. I just think cloches are brilliant for decorating. Now if you want to create a bit more colour on your display, what you could do is use a colourful cake stand like this, like teal coloured one. And then you could always tie a piece of contrasting ribbon around your bunny. I think that makes a perfect little Easter display. This little bunny is basically just like the other one, just a garden ornament, but I've actually covered him in linen. Now I've had a load of people recently on Facebook asking me where I got my linen bunnies from. They're basically, like I say, just plastic ornaments, and then I've covered them with linen. Sorry, I don't have a DIY on these. I've done these basically before I had my blog and my YouTube channel. You probably recognise this tall bunny because he stays out all year round and he's often in my videos. So he's got a tick and stripe scarf on at the minute, which was to match last week's DIY, this heart garland. I even put him around the Christmas tree and tied a bell and some hessian around his neck. Heading back over to the den room where that unused door is, I've just hung a beaded heart on the door just so it stands out against the darker coloured door. And then I've stood a bunch of my favourite flowers for instant impact, a bunch of hydrangea in the corner. I've popped a few little ornaments on the steps to brighten it up for spring. Next, over to one of my very first DIYs, this vintage style Easter cushion. Now I've been asked over the years quite a few times if I would make a free template so people can print out this bunny shape that I drew on here. Now that I have a blog, I've been able to do this, so just head over to minidays.com and you can print out your free template. And finally, I found these super sweet little bunny rabbits in the charity shop. I painted the one on the right, but look at the one on the left, yuck! So just to show you, yeah, you don't have to spend a fortune on Easter. You'll know if you watch my channel. Hopefully you might be able to take some inspiration from this video. Good girl. So bye from me and bye from the little pooch. Are you gonna say bye? She's absolutely kind of got lumps of snow on her. My hair's a mess of the snow as well. But she's so cute, aren't you so cute? Oh, good morning, baby. So I shall see you again next week. As usual, please subscribe if you haven't already. Goodbye for now.